Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ben from shouldigetit.com. I just picked up the Nikkor 85mm f1.4G. As you can see right here, it's in the box. It is actually a used lens, so you'll see there's a UV filter on it. But I made a video years ago about the 85mm 1.8G. This lens has served me so well, and I'm so happy that I bought it. This is $500 new, and this one is $1,600 new. So I could not justify the 1.4G for a long time, and I still don't know, so I'll be making a video comparison later, but I want to do this quick unboxing, explain kind of why I picked this up, and then show you a size comparison between the two. So again, here's the 1.8G, very fantastic lens, as you can see, fairly small, nice and light. I do also have the 50mm 1.4G, which is an absolutely fantastic lens. So let's open this up really quick, and I can already feel it's significantly heavier. And there it is. So here is the 85mm f1.4G. You can see that it's got the gold ring right here in the lettering. So you can see there's a UV filter on it from the previous owner. The manual focus, autofocus switch, and you know the design is pretty much the same as the 1.8G, just different size. You can see that this is significantly larger, and there they are side by side. So this has a metal focusing ring. This has plastic. And then I'll actually open the fronts so you can see the difference. So this is the 1.8. This has a 67mm thread, I believe. Yep, 67mm. You can see right there. I have a UV on there from B&W. And then this is a 77mm thread. You can see that right here. So pop those open, and there is the difference in glass. So you might be thinking, 1.4, 1.8, 3 times the price. Can the difference really be that big? I honestly don't know, but from what I've heard and seen, the sharpness is definitely better on the 1.4. I firmly believe that. I'm hoping that'll be the case. I'm going to go shoot with it right now for the first time ever. And the sharpness at f1.6 to f2 should be sharper than the 1.8. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. But the bigger deal is that the color rendition on the 1.4G is supposed to be much better than the 1.8. So the colors should be a little bit warmer, should be a little bit sharper, and the skin tones should look more realistic, as well as having more contrast between the light pixels and dark pixels. So this, because of the coatings, I believe, and the 9-blade aperture compared to the 7-blade diaphragm on the 1.8, should produce better images with the 1.4G. Decided to go out and shoot at a supermarket right after I filmed that video comparing the two 85mm lenses. So these are some sample images shot with the 85-1.4. These are edited in Photoshop with the Danny Diamond technique, and then some of them are edited with Lightroom. This one in particular is Photoshop. So anyways, as you can see when we zoom in, the eyes look very sharp right here. This was at f1.8. ISO 320, 1/400th of a second. Really crispy photo, as you can see, and the bokeh looks fantastic, not surprising at all. The 1.8 also looks pretty good in terms of bokeh, but the sharpness and the skin tones are much better here. Just the colors and the clarity and everything is just a little bit better than the 1.8. So I would say there is a difference to me. It's noticeable, especially because when I edit, I get pretty close in onto the shots, which you'll see in a second. So this is another shot, also just, you know, the ambient lighting in a Lucky supermarket, a little bit of post-processing, but I am super happy with how sharp the lens is. And speaking of sharpness, you can take a look at my friend Sean's eye right here. So as you can see, this looks pretty sharp. It's not the sharpest thing, but there's a reason for that. I'll show you in a sec. But you can see, you know, all the different details here in the pupil. And then if we take a look, that is from this file. So this right here is just a direct crop. So if I zoom in, you'll see that the eyes are super crispy sharp. You can see the focus looks like it's a little bit more on the ring, but even then, this is just absolutely fantastic. This was taken at like 6 o'clock, you know, late sunset. This is probably ISO 1000, somewhere around there. And you can see the bokeh looks absolutely fantastic. So I'm a huge fan of this lens so far. This is as the night was getting even darker. This photo right here is lit with a bus stop advertisement. So Sean was sitting in the bus stop on the bench. These are all car headlights behind him, and then there was just an advertisement right here with a backlight, and that's what was lighting this. And as you can see, this shot came out really crisp. So I'm just really happy with how quickly the lens focuses, how sharp it is, and more importantly, the color rendition. The colors and the eyes are just a noticeable step above the 1.8. This is what I was really hoping for. You can see how extremely sharp this image is right here. Absolutely fantastic, and I'm super happy with it. This was also, pretty dark at night. This was in downtown, being lit up by a fountain. This was being lit up by some street lamps on the side, so same light as in the background right here. This is processed, as you can see, but look at the detail in the eyes here. I mean, this lens is blowing me away. I'm so satisfied with it. I'm definitely going to be selling my 1.8. Another thing, this lens is definitely heavier than the 1.8. It's a little bit bigger, so vertical grip is something I would recommend. But it's just absolutely phenomenal. This was during sunset. Shot of my friend Noah, shot of my friend Billy, and as you can see, this lens is perfect for these, 3/4 half body headshots. Not the best for full body, not the best for really tight headshots, like if you were trying to shoot something like this, just because of the focal length. But in terms of sharpness and color rendition quality, it's absolutely fantastic. This is a raw shot for my most recent shoot in the studio. I decided to test out the 85. Usually I shoot in there with the 24-70 or 70-200. As you can see, really sharp, crisp lens. Not super necessary for the studio, since the 1.8 is probably exactly the same at, I think this is like f7.1 or f9. But regardless, I just wanted to show you guys some sample shots from this lens. I'm totally stoked about it. Again, as you can see, just ridiculous, the files that you can get out of it. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Right now, what I'm going to do is pull out my other lenses, show you what I have, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. So what you guys are seeing right here is basically my Nikon lens collection. These are all the Nikon mount lenses that I have. So the 85-1.4, which is why you found this video, then the 85-1.8, the 50mm 1.4. So you can see this lens right here, really small, super light feeling walk around lens compared to the 85-1.4. Then the Sigma 70-200 non-OS, the f2.8 telephoto lens, and then I have the Tamron 24-70 VC f2.8 lens as well. This has a polarizer filter on it, which is why it looks so dark. But if you have any questions about any of these lenses, please let me know. I'll be happy to make another video, but I am really excited to go shoot with this 1.8. I'm going to mount it to my camera right now, actually, so you can see what that looks like. So if you have any questions about my lenses or my camera gear, editing, anything you have, leave it down in the comment below or send me a DM on Instagram. And I will be making a comparison video between the 85-1.8 and the 1.4 relatively soon. I'm going to go shoot with it right now. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.